Hi, Cyclones. Principal McCluskey here. Can't wait to meet you.
Hi Cyclones! My name is Miss Tucker and I will be your assistant principal. Excited to meet you.
Hey sixth graders, welcome to Centennial. I'm Leah Taylor, I'm one of the counselors, and I can't wait to meet you. I'm so glad you're a part of our community.
Hi future sixth graders, my name is Mr. Jaguar and I'm one of the counselors at Centennial. Looking forward to getting to meet you in the fall.
Hi families, my name is Elizabeth Van Leer and I am the Community Liaison for Centennial Middle School. Hola familias, mi nombre es Elizabeth Van Leer y soy el enlace comunitario de Centennial.
Hello everybody, my name is Jose Luis Ortiz Lozano. I'm Mr. Ortiz. I'm in the front desk.
Hi Cyclones, welcome to Centennial. I'm Miss Kathy and I'm in the health room and the office. So if you need a bag of ice or a Band-Aid, come and see me.
Hi, my name is Lori Gorgemons and I'm the principal assistant at Centennial.
Hi everyone, my name is Miss Bloom. I'm the school psychologist. Looking forward to meeting you.
Hello, sixth graders. This is Mr. Georgitis. I am your school librarian and also your WondoWeb Chromebook TOSA. So I am in charge of fixing your Chromebook or helping out with Chromebook problems. So looking forward to recommending books for you next year and checking them out and also helping you out with any tech issues. All right. Look forward to meeting all of you. See ya.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Rosado and I teach English language development.
Hi, I'm Miss Breed. I teach sixth grade reading and language arts. Look forward to seeing you soon.
Hey, sixth grade scientists. I'm Miss Mew, and I teach sixth grade physical science. It's early chemistry and physics. You can see some lab tables behind me. Here's our room, and I look forward to meeting you. Welcome to Centennial. We've got a lot of fun experiments to do together.
Welcome back, Centennial. My name is Kendall Heinrich, and I teach sixth grade social studies, and I'm really looking forward to getting to know you.
Hello, sixth grade families. Welcome to the Centennial Cyclone community. My name is Mrs. Ramus. I'm one of two sixth grade math teachers, and I look forward to meeting you in the fall for a year of fun and adventure in math. See you soon.
Hi, my name is Ruth Hollinger. I'm a math teacher at Centennial Middle School. Next year I'll be teaching 7th grade math and 7A compacted math. I'm also the 360 Leader sponsor, and the 360 Leaders will help your incoming 6th graders with their very first day of school and throughout the course of the year. We're really excited to welcome you to Centennial Middle School. We think you're going to like all of the special teachers and programs and students that we have here. So looking forward to meeting you. Bye.
Hey everyone, welcome to Centennial. My name is Ms. Halverson and I teach 6th grade language arts and reading, and I cannot wait to meet all of you.
Hi everyone, I'm Mrs. Matheson. I teach 6th, 7th, and 8th grade art. See you soon.
Hey everyone, my name is Miss Banta. I'll be teaching phys ed at Centennial. Can't wait to meet all you guys.
Welcome, 6th grade. My name is Mr. Cola. I am the STEM or Applied Tech teacher here at Centennial, and I'm so excited you chose to come here next fall. As 6th graders, I'll teach your exploratory computer class as part of the elective wheel. And as 7th and 8th graders, I teach electives like woodshop, design tech, robotics, programming, digital art, digital photography, outdoor ed. So if I don't see you next year in exploratory, I hope to see you as 7th graders or 8th graders in some other electives. So welcome, and looking forward to seeing you in the fall. Bye.
Hey kids, it's Mr. Adams from Centennial Middle School. I look forward to seeing you next year in PE class. Have a good summer.
Welcome to Centennial. My name is Mrs. Dunn and I am the band director here at Centennial. We're excited to have you at our school. Have a great year. Hi, future Centennial 6th graders. My name is Miss Amundsen and I teach 7th and 8th grade math.
Hi, Centennial. I'm Ms. Hines and I teach 7th and 8th grade social studies.
Mr. Lehman's 7th grade language arts. Hi.
Hi, incoming Cyclones. My name is Mrs. Curvan, and I will be teaching 6th and 7th grade science. I'm looking forward to meeting you.
Hello, everyone. This is Mr. Cornicione coming to you from 7th grade life science at Centennial. Welcome. Good luck.
Hey, everybody. I'm Mr. O'Brien, and I teach language arts, and I'm looking forward to meeting all of you.
And there you go, class. That is how you solve the toughest math problem in the world. Hi, I'm Mr. Steinberg, and I teach math here at Centennial Middle School. Welcome.
Hi Centennial students, I'm Mrs. Dennison and I teach 7th and 8th grade health education.
Oh hi, I'm Tom McLaughlin and I teach literacy.
Hi Centennial students, I'm Miss Villette and this year I will be working with 8th grade emerging bilinguals. I am so excited to see all of you and work with you this year. Bye.
Hi everyone, my name is Hillary Culbertson and I teach 7th and 8th grade Spanish.
Bonjour, je suis Madame Bleiler, la professeure de français. I'm excited to be your French teacher this year.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Freeman. I'm an academic support teacher here at Centennial. I look forward to meeting you next year.
Hi Centennial, I'm Miss Race. I teach 8th grade language arts. So happy you're all here. Can't wait to see your faces on screen. And here's to a great year.
Hey, crew. I'm Mr. Schmoker, and I teach 8th grade science. Looking forward to seeing you all soon.
Hey, incoming Cyclones. Welcome to Centennial. My name is Miss Miles, and I teach 8th grade language arts. Can't wait to see you around.
Welcome back, everybody. My name is Mr. Rosado, and I teach 8th grade social studies, and I'm really looking forward to seeing you soon.
Welcome, 6th grade Cyclones. We are so excited to meet you soon. My name is Principal McCluskey, and this is...
Hi, I'm Miss Tucker. I'm the assistant principal at Centennial. So excited to meet you.
So, students and families, we are really grateful if you would take the time to really look through this slide deck and listen to this video, because we just think you're going to... we know this transition is full of questions and potentially some anxiety and for sure lots of excitement, and we're really hoping that this slide deck will answer lots of your questions in addition to our session coming up on the 6th, where we're going to have a student panel and a teacher panel, and then we will follow up on Thursday the 20th with an additional Q&A for parents if you have any other questions after our presentation on the 6th. So we're hoping to provide you in this COVID time where we know you're not able to get to the school or visit the school or even come to our athletic events to get a sense of the place, that we want to try to do all we can to make sure you have a feel for what it's going to be like to join the Centennial community. So thanks for taking time with this. So again, I'm John McCluskey. This is Miss Tucker. You will soon meet Miss Taylor, who is our counselor for the first half of the alphabet, and Mr. Jagir, who's our counselor for the second half of the alphabet. Huge resources to you in this transition. And then up in the front office, you will get to meet Lori Gorgemans. She's our office manager and our treasurer and principal's secretary. Rocio Leal, who is our registrar. Jose Ortiz Lozano, who's our front office receptionist, does all things to support Miss Tucker in terms of athletics and her contact point. Kathleen Gilbert, who's our health room clinic aide, and then provides website support and office support up front. And Elizabeth Van Leer, who is our one and only community liaison to help support all of our families and most particularly our Spanish-speaking families. So this team, we've now been together, all the people I've just introduced, for several years, and we are so excited to continue our work together in serving the Centennial Middle School community.
Yeah, and just one quick thing to add is we've got a few folks on our main office team that speak Spanish, so anytime you need to speak to someone in Spanish, that's totally fine. Please just make sure that you let us know, and we will make sure that you get the support that you need.
So just starting out, want to let you know that our website has been updated. Beginning of this school year, we are continuously updating this, so please know that we would love for you to. It's interesting how websites have become, we go to them less and less these days, interestingly enough, but we do use our school website as the warehouse of all things Centennial. So please take advantage of that. Check it out. You can learn a ton more after this presentation there. And this presentation will be linked there. So if we got to be in the auditorium, and isn't it, it's hard, we've adjusted probably too much to this idea that we're not in, typically we do this presentation with all 200-300 of you in the auditorium, and we encourage you to do a little turning and talking right here. And so we want to encourage you to do this at home. We're hoping that you're watching this as a family, and if you can pause the video and just sit and have a 3-minute conversation. And this isn't just questions for the young people about what are you most excited about middle school and what are you most nervous about, but this is also an opportunity for the adults in your lives to share a little bit about what are you excited about in this transition and what are you nervous about in this transition. So we encourage you to stop the video, take a few minutes, do this turn and talk. And this is a moment, we in our society, we might not talk enough about rites of passage and the opportunities that we have to really denote moments in our lives. And I think this is a really important one, this move from elementary school into middle school. And it's really an interesting time to celebrate the changes. And the idea that, there is, we'll talk a little bit about, there's some loss and then there's a tremendous amount of gain also. And so take a few minutes, talk to each other about what are you excited about, what are you nervous about in this transition. Okay, so hopefully you had a great conversation. We do want to encourage you to think through that lens that this is a really natural time in life for young people to be making this move into their middle school years. One of the things that supports all of us here at Centennial as we begin to build a community, and we really believe in the idea that relationships are first in our school, and that our relationship with you all as families, with each other as faculty members, with your students with each other, these things are really the most important things that we want to kind of rotate around that pillar of relationship as a school community. And in order to have that, we need to know what defines our pillar. And here at Centennial, we have what we call our RISE values. And these are respect, responsibility, integrity, safety, and empathy. So you will, incoming sixth graders, learn a lot about these 5 important values, because this is the language that we're going to use when we are working with you to understand how to be a full citizen that's fully functioning both here at Centennial and beyond. These are not things that we just want for you in your middle school years, but we want these things for you in your life. And then the next piece are these 6 Ps that are essentially the behaviors that support the RISE values. So these behaviors are being prompt, coming to class prepared, being polite, having a positive attitude, participating, and producing in class. So these things are the language, the common vocabulary that we have as a community to support each other, to really rise up together and operate in a fully functional way as a school community. Anything to add to those, Ms. Tucker? Anything?
No, I think that these are kind of our core values and the things that we really kind of lean into and believe in, making sure that we're all responsible, citizens of our school. We all play a part in this. We want to make sure that our students are, doing the best that they can to be responsible citizens within our school.
Nice. Thank you. So how to be successful and have fun in middle school. A lot of times we think about yes, the expectations for school go up from elementary, and we want to get you adequately prepared for high school and middle school. Really, we hope, as the adults in the room, a lot of us think back on our middle school years and we think, oh my gosh, and Ms. Tucker and I, we feel pretty strongly that not be the experience that be repeated for young people, that we really hope middle school can be fun and can be a time where, yes, it's awkward and hard and things change and lots is changing, but it also is a really joyous time of life. It's a time of life where we're really beginning to self-identify who we are and how we want to be in the world. And it can be really a great time. So our 1, 2, 3 hints here are: get to know your teachers. Relationships make all the difference. If you sit in the back of the classroom and you don't ever raise your hand or check in, and there's some of us like myself who's very extroverted, and this was never a problem for me. But for some of you that are a little quieter, it's just taking that little moment to say hi and give a little elbow bump or a fist bump to your teacher, or say thank you on your way out of class. These kind of little things that build relationships to make sure your teacher sees you and feels connected and notices you. We're a full school, and so teachers have large classes, and any effort that you can put in to make sure that you're feeling seen and being seen is much appreciated. So you want to take that second one?
Sure. So know how you're doing. So it's really nice in middle school because we've got a lot of different ways that you can kind of track how you're doing in class. And it's going to be a better experience if you have an understanding of kind of where you are and what you need to do, what you need to turn in, maybe what you did really well on. So using things like Infinite Campus and Schoology, which might be new to some of you going into middle school. But you're going to use these different platforms to track your progress, your assignments, and kind of figure out where you are. And you can't really be successful unless you need to know kind of where you need to go. So these will help you figure out what you need to do to be more successful in class, and get done the things that you need to get done.
And then the third one is staying organized. You'll be getting it. We have an option for a hard copy planner that you can write your things in. And then, of course, many of you in this online world have already gotten used to using an electronic planner and a date calendar, and just really using those to track your assignments in your classes. That skill will be a skill you'll use for the rest of your life. So middle school is a great time to kind of, I'm still a write down my to-do list kind of person, but my calendar is now really electronic, and I've come, sometimes I don't know where I need to be in the next 15 minutes if I don't look at my calendar. So these are the kinds of tools that you're going to really get used to using in middle school, having your backpack organized and using your locker efficiently. There'll only be a couple times a day, really at the beginning of the day, at lunch, and at the end of the day where you're going to have access to your locker. So being thoughtful about what goes into your morning binder, your afternoon binder, and really organizing those things in a way that you can move efficiently from one class to another. So these three things: getting to know your teachers, understanding and tracking your own progress and taking ownership of your own progress, and then staying organized are three big things for success in middle school.
Yeah, and just like Mr. McCluskey said, I think we all have these ideas about middle school and kind of how scary it is, or whatever. It just seems kind of like this big sort of bad thing in the background. And like he said, I think we really are passionate about working with middle schoolers and helping them kind of through this interesting kind of weird time. And our teachers feel that way too. We all chose to work here. It's not like we were placed here or anything like that. We want to be here because we love this age, and we love working with kids during this kind of interesting time where there's a lot of growth and a lot of fun that happens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and what an amazing staff we have, and you're going to get to meet all of them here. Just the people who choose this for a living are special people, and it's great because you'll feel that specialness, and they will be working hard to make sure you feel secure and welcome and connected, and so you can know that we're here for you in that way. So the next thing in terms of having fun and being successful through middle school is to get involved. We have a ton of things for you to be able to do here at the school. Ms. Tucker organizes all of these clubs and activities. So you can see, we won't read the whole slide here, and you can go back in the video and take a look. But so many opportunities here for folks Velcro to the school experience. So not just classes, but also sports and clubs and theater and yearbook and tons of different opportunities for you here at the schools.
Yep.
And then, of course, sports. You want to talk a little bit?
Yeah. So, this year of COVID, it's been a really interesting year, and we haven't really had sports. We've had a couple of clubs that were online that are starting to be a little bit more in person. And next year, we're really, really hopeful that we're going to get have a lot more opportunities to do things like sports and have clubs in person, because I really believe that they're such a valuable kind of part of who we are and helping students feel connected to school. So we've got a couple of different ways that kids can get involved with interscholastic sports. So that's cross country and wrestling and track. So those are all available for sixth graders. We have other sports that are mostly just for eighth graders. And then we also have intramural seasons. So those are shortened seasons. They're a little bit less competitive, but it's interesting because you just kind of get to learn the sport, like flag football or volleyball, basketball, soccer, like a running club for the Boulder. Again, these things might change. We might add some. We might do some different ones because these change a little bit from year to year. But this is just an idea of some of the sports and things that we have to offer at school. And again, a really fun way to get involved and get to know other kids that you might not know normally in your classes.
We're giving Ultimate Frisbee a try this year.
It starts next week. It's very exciting.
Yeah. So just a few slides here on just why does the transition into middle school get our attention in the lifespan. And so we wanted to talk a little bit about this with you all, parents and students. So we'll want to just dive into this. So, one of the things we want to point out is, yes, it's important. And the reason we like this presentation to go out a couple weeks before your fifth grade year ends is that you're leaving long-term relationships with teachers, with peers. Some of you are going off to different schools. We have students coming from at least 4 or 5 different schools around Boulder into Centennial. And it's amazing how quickly the students will blend. And we can talk a little bit about that. You'll have a chance to talk with our panel of students who likely have come from different elementary schools around Boulder. But you're leaving those relationships. So, just want to encourage you to be thoughtful about saying goodbye and thanking your teachers and your school administrators and the people at your elementary schools, because they don't often get to see the long-term effects of the hard work that they did pre-K through 5, and then seeing you grow through middle school and into high school. And so take a minute to say goodbye thoughtfully. And then, yes, it's a big change. We run a modified block schedule here at Centennial. So you will have 7 teachers and 7 class periods. You won't have all 7 of those class periods each day. There'll be 2 days a week where we'll run longer class periods. So you'll have 3 or 4 classes respectively. So, but it's a push. It's a big change from having one teacher all day. And you'll adjust quickly to that, but it's a big change. Navigating a new building. This is a big building. It's been around since 1960, before me. And so it's an older building, and so it's big. And you'll get used to it faster than you think, and you'll know where things are. But yes, that's part of the transition. The 7th and 8th graders are here, and they were all once 6th graders not that long ago, and they are 360 leaders, and all of our students, we really operate as a community. I mean, we thoughtfully see the distinctions between 6th and 7th and 8th graders, but we also operate as a school. And so our classes and our classrooms are pretty well integrated. And so, yeah, there'll be a lot of interaction between students in different age groups, and that's a change. And then this idea that this is the developmentally, whether people's opinion about whether it's appropriate or not, it is the developmental time that kids are craving autonomy. They want independence. They want to be left alone and have school start increasingly becoming theirs, while at the same time, whether they're saying it or not, it's hard because they also are still leaning in on, yep, mom and dad, I don't want you around, but I kind of want you around. And so it's hard for us students as parents to think about how do we support you at this time, because I know I want to give you more independence, but I also know I want to keep helping you. And so, and then students are also, feeling some sadness about leaving the real childish part of their childhood behind and moving into their adolescence and really grieving a little bit of that ability to just totally be irresponsible, leave our stuff around and all those things. That game is over, students. It's, as we grow, we start taking on more responsibilities. So it's a pretty active social scene, and that's a huge fun part of it. And it's also adds some ideas of kind of how do we navigate that? How do we do that well? What does friendship mean to us? How do we choose good friends? How do we make good choices? If people around us aren't making good choices, how do we say no? So there's a lot being navigated there. Yes, an increased academic focus and the time to begin to really create solid study habits that will take you into high school. And then, of course, lockers and the experience of having a space of your own that's really yours that you can decorate. Do you remember how you decorated your locker, Miss Tucker, in middle school?
Well, actually, I didn't have lockers in middle school, which was really sad. In high school, I had them, though, and I was so excited. And I had pictures, and I had a mirror, and I had a shelf, and it was very nice. It didn't last like that for a long time, but it was nice. Yeah. I'm sure that I don't think that's what yours looked like.
Well, no. I had a picture of the 1980s Olympic hockey team, and that was when in 1980 we won the Olympic hockey, and it was like those folks were heroes. So I had them all over my locker.
No, I think I had like NSYNC in my locker. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Different type.
Yeah.
But yes, having your locker's fun. You get a chance to make it your own. So make good choices with it, but you can make it your own. Yeah. Nice. So one thing we really wanted to say to you all as students and the parents, we talk a little bit about this anxiety around, bullying at the middle level. And I just want to say, we don't expect it to happen. Yes, there are things that happen and kids are trying to figure out how to treat each other and be kind and establish themselves and who they are in the peer group. These things happen. But I think it's important to not kind of expect or be overly anxious about that. We're on it. We're on top of it. We're here to support you. We're here to help you navigate through those things. And then really lean in on, you're going to have this flex time RISE group idea, this group that is a teacher that you're going to connect with a couple times a week. And that's a person you can go to for anything in the school as you get to know them over the course of the year. And so you can lean in on getting support from any adult in the building, but specifically your Flex RISE teacher will be very helpful in that time. So just in this context, we wanted to just share with you, this is something that, has come up over the years in working with young people around, how to tease out when we're having behavior that has to do with our friends. And, just wanted to show this to you. Explore it. There's no right or wrong to this. It's just the way that when students come to our offices, Ms. Tucker and I, we like pulling this out and saying, when a kid said, well, I was just messing around, or we were just teasing them, or we don't want them to sit with us. This gives us a visual of this continuum that starts with feeling connected and being respectful all the way over to the right on my screen of actually fighting and physical violence or hate and discrimination. And the idea that in here is this spectrum of behaviors that we want to help young people understand. And pick apart the differences and understand how, just a little tease and a little mess around or a little, hey, we don't, can hurt feelings so much that and then if it repeats, it can feel like bullying. And if it has anything to do with race or ethnicity or gender, really turns into a discriminatory act. And so we want to be aware of these because we will have these conversations so that we all understand together.
Yeah, I think that's a huge part of middle school is learning how to get along with others and learning how to get along with others that you don't necessarily want to get along with, or people that have very different views than you. So, I think something like this just really helps us define kind of what these sort of different levels of things are so that we can help kids work through issues so that the next time they can do it themselves and they don't necessarily need that adult support to do it. They have the tools to figure out kind of what they need to do to solve problems on their own and work through these things. Like I literally just used it today and it was really, really helpful to, help a kid kind of figure out like what he was doing was maybe, messing around and that didn't feel good to the other student and he was showing him a lack of respect and was excluding him. So really helpful.
Nice. So as you get ready, you have a daily schedule and you're getting ready for day one, just to put some things on your calendar. August 18th is the first day for sixth graders only. So you've got the building to yourselves. Your sixth grade team of teachers is here. And our whole focus that day is to make sure you feel welcome, you get to know the school. Your 360 leaders are going to be teaming up with you and helping you with your locker. There'll be a full day where you really get to get grounded here at the school, know where you need to go, those kinds of things. Class schedules are available in Infinite Campus the day before your first day, so feel free to come with a printed copy of that, write it down in your planner, someplace where when you get to school, you're like, okay, I know where my first period is. I know where we're going to give you tons of support with that, but we do want to encourage you to pull that up in Infinite Campus the day before school starts and really get a good sense of the sequence of your day. And then for sixth graders, your flex groups are going to be established within the first weeks of school. We want to just get to know folks and have a few minutes with the whole school before we figure out who our groups are going to be. So you'll know who your flex teacher is soon thereafter. And then the fourth piece is just you can plan on having 5 core classes and 2 electives with a support class. If applicable, in a reading support class, a support class for special education, things like that. So, okay. We'll talk a little bit about
registration. Yeah, so registration, we're going to have a check-in day on Monday, August 16th. So that's the day before, a couple days before our students, our sixth graders start. And that's going to be just kind of open-ended as of now, from 8:30 to 3:30. As you all know, with COVID, things kind of change as we move through different phases. So as of now, it'll be open-ended. So we'll have a supplies list that is going to be kind of ready to go on our website under the academics tab. Just kind of telling you basic things that would be good to have for the first day of school. Like things we recommend is having a planner and then an atlas for sixth graders for your social studies class. You can purchase those through our website prior to August, so that can be something that you do anytime through RevTrack. And then for PE, all we ask is students wear black shorts and white t-shirts. We don't have a specific uniform or anything that kids have to wear, but we do ask they wear black shorts and white t-shirts just to keep it easy and simple for everybody. For lockers, we provide the lock for you, so you don't need to bring a lock to school. We ask that you use our school locks, and you're going to purchase a lock for PE for your PE locker, and it would be really great if you get it ahead of time. You can practice it over the summer so that you know exactly what your combo is and how to open it, because I know it can be a little bit stress-inducing for kids when they first get their lockers. So for that PE locker, it might be a nice way to practice and get that going. But again, for your regular locker for sixth grade, we will provide that lock for you with the combination and everything. And then also on the website, you can find a few things like our Fuel the Cyclones campaign that is run with our PTO to help us keep our supplies and things going in our classrooms to really help support our teachers and our students. And then you can also purchase spirit wear on there. So we've got lots of fun different options that you can purchase for your student as they come into the Centennial to become a Cyclone.
Nice. I think the only thing we'll add, and I'm really glad you mentioned that, Ms. Tucker, about check-in day. We may look at alphabet or grade level or certain things. I do think, again, we're tracking the protocols and kind of what's going to be allowed and not allowed. We're hoping to get picture day in on this day to simplify things a little bit. So if we feel confident enough that that's going to happen, we'll have Life Touch out here to get our school pictures also on that.
And we'll send you all this information ahead of time in an email, well before this time, so you can plan for it and you're not wondering what the deal is.
Just to talk a little bit about one-to-web, the school district has decided that students will keep their devices over the summer so that you all have those as you need. So we'll get more direction from the school district as to kind of what the exchange is going to look like and when sixth graders are going to get new devices. So more to come on that. Just know that that's coming. If you don't have a Chromebook currently, don't worry. We will be able to get you one when you get here to school. Just for families to know, all students do complete a middle level digital citizenship course within the language arts class, which is chock full of information about how to make good choices online. And all of this is supported throughout next year by our librarian, John Georgitis. And so any questions about one-to-web and Chromebooks and things like that can be directed his way. So more to come on that, like Ms. Tucker was saying, in the fall, but just want to let you know that the one-to-one device will still exist moving into the next school year. So just wanted to mention a few things. We have an amazing two organizations that really, when you think about parent involvement at the middle level, it gets a bit more nuanced, right? Because there aren't as many classroom opportunities. We do have some of those for sure. When all the protocols are released, parent volunteers, things like that, we have options. But really, our parent-teacher organization and our families and educators together, our FET team, these two groups really are an outstanding way to tether to the school, be involved, understand what's happening, see how you can support. Both very lively groups, fun groups to be a part of, thriving and rolling. And so we just want to encourage you, our families and educators together, just want to point out too, this is our, it's specifically to support our Spanish-speaking families, and any families are welcome. But it's specifically to support them. So all those meetings are done in Spanish, and we have several teachers who join that group. And then our parent-teacher organization, we're just working on next year, whether to continue to meet virtually or have a few meetings in person. So, we're exploring different ways to increase our participation there. But just really fun groups to be involved in, and provide a lot of very practical support in addition to critical financial support for the school. So, and then we also have our school accountability committee, our district parent committee, our district accountability committee. So there's several ways that folks can get involved in the school. So just reach out, let us know if you need to be involved, or just come up to the meeting. So, I kind of wish one of our parents was here to talk about that. And usually in the auditorium, we do have a parent or two who helps us give the presentation.
Yeah, but just come to a meeting and you'll see how fun and lively and interesting it is. Sorry, Mr. McCluskey, it's a little windy where you are, so maybe I'll take this next one. So
great, sounds good.
So staying informed. So we've got daily announcements that are happening, and this year it's been actually really cool. We've moved over to doing some video announcements, and I think we're going to try to hope to stay with some of that next year, but it just keeps our announcements kind of fun and interesting, and gives information in lots of different ways to kids. So kids will have announcements in their classes. Infinite Campus and Schoology, those are really, really fantastic places to check on how your student is doing academically in class. So with progress reports, and obviously you're all familiar with getting grades through Infinite Campus as you have been in elementary school. So that's a way to do that. And then Schoology is a great way to just kind of get a snapshot of how your kid's doing right at the moment and what they're turning in. We have our parent weekly email. We call that Weekly Cyclone Connection. So you'll get that every Monday afternoon, Monday evening. And just lots of great information about activities, events, things that are coming up, things that are happening, just to keep you informed. It's a really, really great way to stay up to date with everything that's happening at school, and know about deadlines and things that are coming up. So highly, really, really recommend that one. And then, of course, our school website, we've got all kinds of info on there, bell schedules, calendars, information about payments, like RevTrack, things like that. We even have our it's from last year to this year, but our kind of online school website that we created is kind of a internal website, but that might be an interesting thing to just kind of check out and see, just get a feel for the school and all the fun that Mr. McCluskey and I get to have every day. And of course, you can always call or email us at any time. We're more than happy to talk with you and answer questions and work with you about anything you want to know.
Nice. One of the things that I'd say Ms. Tucker and I are really, we feel strongly about is not loading you all as families up with emails from the school. So that weekly Cyclone Connections, throughout the week, we collect items, and whatever can wait till Friday for that communication, we try to let it wait, so that you're really getting one thing each week. And that's why it feels really critical to just ask you to please scan that thing each week so that you really have a sense of what's coming up and dates and registration for athletics and all those. It's a very potent communication that we're really leaning in on, hoping families will read that so that we don't have to hit you with a ton of other emails.
Exactly. Sorry, my light turned off. I had to do the wave dance.
That's right. Can't sit still too long. So that's good. And, just for you to see students and families, this is the cool courtyard. We've been doing some work out here to kind of make this a little nicer and have it be a nice place to sit and have your lunch. And so we're going to just to entice you to join us on the 6th, 5:30 on May 6th. We're going to have our student panel, teacher panel, and then Miss Tucker and I are going to try to give you a live tour of the school, and so that you have a sense of the ins and outs of the place. So please join us. That's going to be a webinar format. We'll have a Q&A option, and so
and there's a special way that we're going to be giving the tour that we're not going to tell you right now. You have to come to find out how we're giving a tour. Yeah.
Yes, we have to keep that a surprise. It's good. So. Great. And, one last reminder, our 360 leaders will be calling you all as students. We just don't want you to be surprised by the call. Coming up Monday, August 9th, I'm not sure we confirmed that date with Miss Hollinger. So that date might change, but somewhere in that week of August 9th, you're going to get a call from your 360 leader just to say hi and welcome and can't wait to see you and meet you. And so just know that that's coming, and that's a planned phone call, and that Ms. Hollinger is just giving parent contact phone numbers just to the 360 leader for the student that they're going to be mentoring.
So to welcome your student.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And just to know, we're getting some air conditioning in the last few parts of the school building this summer, so there will be no access to the school building this summer. They've asked us to vacate the building so that they can really get the big chillers put up on the roof and get the air conditioning into our last few rooms. So we will be available throughout the summer, until June 17th, and then back again in late July if you have questions. But and so our same voicemails and emails and everything like that works. So that's great. So I don't know how long we did this in, but if you made it through this presentation, you're winning already. You are winning at middle school. So thank you very much for doing this. And we just can't wait to meet you and have you here in the fall and welcome you into the fold of our community and have you become our next 6th grade class here at Centennial. So welcome.
All right. Excited to meet you.